Please reset.
So I created this show of reaching 16 countries and 6 continents because the message of the Supreme Master is such a great message. And the work tells the story of humanity in search for inner peace. The Supreme Master's written poetry really touches my heart. I said, she reaches people internationally. Why don't we do something that's international? And so this musical is international. Myself and other writers composed music to her poetry. All these composers who were the best in the world that I recommended it, and all of these singers won Grammys and Tonys from Broadway worked on this piece because they saw the spiritual nature of it.
I'm lucky to work with possibly the best artists in the world, from Plácido Domingo to Celine Dion and Barbara Streisand, etc. I mean, Barry Manilow. I happened to produce an album called Amore Infinito that had also the lyrics written by the Pope, John Paul II, which kind of ties up why I'm here right now with you, because when you write music for lyrics, has also to do with music. Every poem that has a beautiful content inspires you to write. And when I wrote the music, mainly I responded to what the lyrics were. And the lyrics are all about, enlightening, love, all positive things. That kind of a message is so beautiful nowadays, is that what we all need. The spiritual, profound, deep thoughts and emotions. Your eyes, your ears, your heart. I did in the Brazilian style because it's very, very happy, live, rhythmical and positive. And the other one, Eternal Game, I chose kind of a 6/8 rhythmic pattern that also has a lot of Latin American roots. But it was world music because I had a cast of different people from different countries, so I wanted to have them, being comfortable with that environment.
You have scored and arranged for countless well-known films and TV series, from In the Heat of the Night to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button and a Harry Potter film. How do you feel about being part of Loving the Silent Tears?
I was so thrilled to work on Loving the Silent Tears. The Supreme Master was new to me and her philosophies. But as I delved into her lyrics, I realized I was part of some large force of positive and goodness in the world. Each piece that I wrote for Loving the Silent Tears was written for a different part of the world. And so each was a different challenge to try to take indigenous instruments that will be played live on stage and write music that encapsulates the flavor of the country, utilizing the Supreme Master's lyrics. I always try to bring emotion to life through music, and particularly these poems, there was plenty of emotion built into the lyrics. So I wanted to bring some form and some architecture to the song so that the melodies would be memorable. The Ireland piece, I used a Celtic harp and a tin whistle, and the voice that I'm writing for is a very high voice, a la Enya. And the African voice is Jody Watley, and that's got 3 backup singers to be a chorus to sort of support her in their singing and using African percussion. And the France piece, I used an accordion in that. And the lyrics, they start sort of downbeat and questioning, and then they turn into something triumphant and big, and that became kind of a Broadway-esque, more Broadway-esque kind of piece.
We will have 5 chants, and I'm going to give indications saying 1, 2, 3, measure 2,
So we'll know, or 1, 2, 3, measure 1. So we'll know. 118. Oh, 1, 2, 3, play.
It's been 6 weeks here. I got demos that had been hand played by these brilliant composers, and they were very simple on piano, and I got to work with them. And then I got phone calls from the director, Vincent, who's endlessly creative. And then on top of that, Bonnie Story, who is as creative on a different level, you know, and Vincent editing and focusing, and then Bonnie creating and moving. And the thing is I have just a touch of a lot of music because when I was growing up, my father and mother played all sorts of different kinds of music. So we were the perfect team to come together.
I'll just give you a vocal and music together and a click. You can do it in 3 tracks. All right.
The thing I really loved writing was the Italian number for Mark Giannicello. He's brilliant. I went on YouTube and I saw many of his things and heard him sing. So I felt I really knew his voice, so it was wonderful to write for that voice. I wrote the opening number. And then Supreme Master Ching Hai's poems. Her humor is so strong in that. And then she can become so deep in her thought process. The lady is fantastic.
I produced Aretha Franklin's first hit record of Rockabye Baby. I did Steve Lawrence, Go Away Little Girl, which went to #1 in the country. Goffin and King wrote that, Jerry Goffin and Carole King. Edie Gourmet, Andy Williams. I've written a lot with the great French artist Charles Aznavour. So I do my own songs, but I always did other people's songs so I felt they were good. And then I just getting movie offers after movie offers. Here I was offered to do The Poseidon Adventure with Maureen McGovern and The Morning After, and that went to #1 around the world. So from that, I went from The Towering Inferno, and I wrote an animated musical called Pete's Dragon for Disney in the 70s, Freaky Friday. Loving the Silent Tears was exciting. I wrote 3 songs. All these cultures that I feel a oneness, and it's the music and the poems that put together gives the oneness that we desperately need.
People involved are all at the top of their game. And so to see all those efforts come together for this highest good is totally inspiring to me.
I'm really proud of being part of this wonderful, wonderful musical.
Compiling and putting together this particular show was a small miracle. We were able to choose the poems and find the order they should be in and how to find a build in it in 3 days. And this has never happened before. Finding the bones of the piece, the structure and the skeleton, it just came like a gift. In this particular collection of poems, what really jumped out at me were the wonderful rhythms, and they cry out to be sung. But on top of that, there's some incredible wordplay, just the way that one word is juxtaposed to the other. In the poems, there are references to Master, and it's quite clear that Supreme Master is not referring to herself. She's referring to whatever it is that created this earth, whatever force it is that allows the earth to bear fruit, to bear grain, to have wonderful animals, to have all these diverse cultures, diverse music. And there is someone, some being, some force, and that is the Master. And we need to recognize this, and we need to share a belief in this force, this deity that everyone shares.
The way I got inspiration for this piece is by reading the poems, the philosophy and the flavor of the poetry. It informed everything. We wanted to keep the story simple so that the poems could be that heartbeat behind it. And so it is a simple story, but a profound story. And I think I love that best. everyone was on the same page, believing the same possibilities. We had a conference call with a director whom I've never met, and he was instantly talking about how much dialogue was between songs, very happy to know that we'd constructed it the way we had. And then he was saying, and then I just know that the Russian song should be the first act closer. And so we, of course, were going, that is such a good idea. And of course, around the table, we're going, because we'd already had it that way. And it was just one of these, again, one of those marvelous moments where everyone was already thinking the same thing across all of these poems, all of the possible way the characters could have been constructed. We were all so much on the same wavelength putting this together. It was really magical.
Ready for a productive day.
Yes,
Good morning.
I was nervous to get here, and I'm very overwhelmed because the cast is just, oh man, just so much talent. And right now I'm here with Heather Park herself from New York. We have Flo, who's also from New York, but originally from France.
I arrived yesterday, and I didn't know what to expect, and everything was amazing, and we just started rehearsals.
Meeting all the cast from all the different countries to celebrate peace through our different cultures and our different songs, that's a really lovely theme.
So I'm Kay, I'm from Hong Kong. I just arrived in LA last night.
I feel very honored to be working along with so many other singers.
I try to remember everybody's face since this morning, because we are a large bunch of people, and I try to look at everybody's picture and try to oh, this is you, all right.
To fly out from South Korea to be here in California to be part of Loving the Silent Tears, it's an amazing feeling. I feel very blessed.
So what I'd like to do, tell you a little bit about what this is, so everybody's on the same page. She wrote some beautiful poetry, and composers translate these poems into songs. So the story that we have, there are two travelers. We're on the train moves. We go to people appearing from different countries and doing scenes. We're back on the train. It's at the Shrine, our night event. This is a passerelle. The orchestra is in here. There's a live orchestra, and they really have an incredible cast. It's really an incredible cast, so it's all very exciting.
I collaborated with Michael Jackson for 17 years. The Bad Tour was Michael Jackson's first solo tour. Prior to that, I had done a few wonderful projects with him. I danced in Beat It. So I got to know Michael really well. Madonna was also another wonderful creative being who I had the opportunity to work with for many years, I think about 12 or 13 years. We got along really, really well.
When we talk, everything we talk about, every subject, every object that we mention, we have the picture in our heads. So you know what? It really works. I can sort of tell when you don't have a picture in your head, all of you.
Loving the Silent Tears, I like the idea of having a show like this and what's behind it. But when I was first approached, I thought, oh, this won't be difficult, because it was poems that had been created into songs and dances that would accompany them. As we went on, it got bigger and bigger and bigger, so that it then became a story attached to the songs, and the cast went from one size to a bigger size to a bigger size to a bigger size. So now we're talking about something that's, fairly close to almost a cast of 100 or more when you figure the orchestra and the principals and the ensemble and the two extra companies that we're bringing in. So from the first conversation to today, we've really expanded this project. I've been doing extensive research. Since this is dealing with cultures of many, many countries, we're literally circling the globe with this project. I had the first production meeting the other day, and I went through the script and talked through sets and sound effects and costumes and things like this. It's a mammoth, vast production. On this project, on Loving the Silent Tears, everyone so far has been so positive and so kind and with such open hearts and a beautiful perspective on how to live life. So I'm hoping that the outcome of what we put on the stage will reflect all of the love and the energy and the goodness and the positive energy that we feel in putting this piece together. We have some amazing people lined up, and they're all very, very talented on the world stage. For the dancing cast, I'm absolutely blown away because the project that I did for Cirque du Soleil, we were fortunate enough to have some of the most amazing dancers who exist in the United States. And the majority of them are now going to come over and do this project with us. I'm handing the choreography over to an amazing woman who's been my friend for 25 years, who's worked beside me for many years. Her name's Bonnie Story, and she's an amazing, amazing choreographer.
Now, this is the deal. We're coming in with a base. We have tons of steps, tons of everything. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's top it up. Here we go. Point, time, rock. Frame.
Usually you come in and you do the same old like step touches like behind, you know, the characters and you're done. And this one we get to do dances from all over the world and the actual dances from that country and that culture.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. I don't think I've really seen anything like this with all the different changes of countries and really switching from one aspect to the other. So I think we're really in for a really good treat.
It's just really nice to be a part of a show that has such a great message, something that shows the human evolution of people and how they can change.
This has just brought this new breath of fresh air into my life, and I love it. Very blessed to be here.
The dancers, they're the paint that I get to paint with and that Vincent gets to direct. They get to make the story come alive for people. We have so many good dancers that are excited to be involved, and they are going to play a huge part of the overall picture. All the different countries that we're representing, I'm just trying to represent the country and represent what these poems are about. They're beautiful. I just love the experience of working with so many different kinds of artists from different countries and different backgrounds. Very seldom do you get this opportunity. And I think that's what makes me more excited to be a part of it than anything. It's positive, it lifts people up, it takes them for a journey for the better.
You've been in some amazing Broadway roles, such as Mother Abbess in the revival of The Sound of Music, and Rosebud in The Mystery of Edwin Drood, and Margaret Johnson in The Light in the Piazza.
Yes.
And you were also Christine Day in The Phantom of the Opera.
I love original work. To me is the most exciting. When you hear, like the music in Loving the Silent Tears, there's some extraordinary music in there. It's just very touching.
Where does this train go?
So this train goes all over the world, and we're deeply influenced by the poetry of Supreme Master, and by that influence we find inner enlightenment by seeing how the rest of the world is finding their enlightenment. It's pretty special. It's one of those things where, as an actor, when opportunities like this, you take it and you ride the ride. It's pretty cool, and I've met extraordinary people, and so kind.
Stick to oranges.
Luke, your acting credits include films like Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, Clint Eastwood's Oscar-winning Letters from Iwo Jima, television shows like ER, and numerous stage theatre productions. Would you say acting is your first love?
It's been, my life. Every film or play is such a different kind of experience, and so that's one thing I love about this job.
There's a lot of
great stuff here for you in a very short little period of time.
The people working on this show, it is so cool to work with them. I mean, they're just absolutely top-notch people.
For another trip. Did you call the station? Yes.
So I really enjoy the poetry. It's been interesting to have read the poetry and then be hearing the songs for the first time through the rehearsal process right now.
Call him whatever name you like.
The Inner Master.
I'll be playing the conductor. I feel like he's kind of the fun guy who knows what's going on, but wants to let you discover it on your own.
There's so much color in what you're doing, but this is the character. This is his personality.
I love Vincent. He, as a director, really had changed my life. He comes at theater from a standpoint of love, and so you really feel that power when you work with him. Those cultures are so rich, and so they each have their individual things that make them wonderful and great. I think if we open ourselves up to those different cultures and those different thoughts and ideas, we can be better people.
You have eyes! Come and fetch me!
The roles that come naturally to me are the comedic roles. I think because I'm just kind of a jovial kind of guy.
And we have a special guest right now who just joined us in the studio. It's Mr. Doug Casaro himself. These are my keys.
I think it's your keys.
These are my keys, yes. This is where I'm staying, guys. I can't show you the name. It's the Brian Jew Loving the Silent Tears production show.
Nice.
And right now we're here with Doug Casaro himself, and we want to ask you a few questions.
You knew my last name. I love that about him.
Katsaros, yes.
Yes.
It's a famous name.
Doug Katsaros. These are the special people who are here, and I am the hub inside the wheel of this astonishment, and I could not be happier.
Wow. Wow, that was put very well. Thank you very much. Did you rehearse that?
Yes.
And hopefully they can feel the love and
How much she loves me.
exactly how much I love Amelia, of course.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Jelly preserve, not in the recipe book. And what's more, baby, I can cook.
I did my first show with Marvin Hamlish. When I did Jerome Robbins, I met Leonard Bernstein. I was one of the voices in the movie of The Little Mermaid. And Alan Menken is a friend of mine, and Stephen Schwartz, the man who wrote Wicked. I actually do concerts with him, and I got to be the first person to sing Defying Gravity. Working on Loving the Silent Tears, this has been one of the most amazing experiences to work with this diverse group of people from around the world. It is amazing. I Am USA, which is it's an interesting song in the show because it's not one of the happier moments, but you know, sometimes the dark stuff leads to the light, and I think that's why it's there. Clearly the whole experience and learning so much through that. It really has made me count my blessings.
Just a black guru. That's okay.
Black guru.
You were the first reggae Grammy winner
And like the Diamond Awards, we are the only reggae group that ever won that award. Never been in a musical before, you know, singing reggae all my life, so it's a new venture for us.
I think the director is a good director, you know. He put it out to us and we come across it very easily, you know. So I give thanks to be a part of it and all the blessing.
So big up Supreme Master Chingai. We're waiting to meet the first Supreme Lady.
This year marks 2 incredible decades now since your triple platinum self-titled debut and hit singles. Not only have you written songs for Gloria Estefan and other artists like Jennifer Lopez and Ricky Martin, Mandy Moore, you are the only singer in history to record duets with both Frank Sinatra and Luciano Pavarotti.
After writing couple really big songs for Gloria Estefan, especially there was a #1 song for her that I co-wrote with her. Having the opportunity to record and to work with Frank Sinatra and Luciano Pavarotti for me was probably two of the most amazing things that I will always remember in my career.
Oh, you have an extra mic? I can bring mine out.
A little salsa happening now. Yes. I decided to be a part of Love in the Silent Tears because as soon as I read the lyrics, I read what the message was immediately, what the Supreme Master was trying to say. It's that balance of the beauty, the simplicity of the message, at the same time the depth of the message. So that's a combination that's rare to see these days. The song wrote itself very, very easily, especially with her lyrics. The Cuban heritage, the way that I'm representing it, it deals specifically with the essence of the rhythms and the music.
Earlier this year, you were presented with the award as the best Brazilian female artist living in the US. So
I was very happy to get, recognized by my people, which is the Brazilian International Press Award. I love my country and I love to represent my country outside of Brazil. So it's really nice to be in this musical and just, show a little bit of the way we are to the people. Oh Lord, oh Deus, oh Senor, you have numerous disciples.
We're having so much fun with Luke, with just rehearsal or samba dance, and it's gonna be really fun. There's a lot of surprises in the middle of it. Right, Luke?
We're having a blast. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And so awesome to come to work every day and watch all of these incredible people work. It's something else.
We're into it because it relates to us somehow in some point in our lives.
The composer of Riverdance, Bill Whelan, he had come to see us in Onuna and saw me singing, so he asked me would I do the soprano solo in the original Riverdance piece, and a bit like this musical, we had no idea what was going to be so fantastic in the end, and after that my life kind of changed and I toured almost constantly for 5 years after that.
You also performed for President Bill Clinton.
Yes,
and U2's Bono as well.
Mm-hmm. One of the last times I was here in Los Angeles was with Riverdance when it was in town, and it was fun seeing movie stars in the audience. happy to be representing Ireland, and I'm also going to be playing the harp, which is a very important instrument from Ireland. We're actually the only country that has a musical instrument as its emblem. And of course, interspersed in my song, there's going to be Irish dancing as well, so that's really exciting.
I'm very much French at heart, so the music in French really connects. For me, it puts me in a place where I can resonate France the way I know it. Yeah. I really loved the words when I got them. It's accept me the way I am. I mean, everyone should be accepted just the way they are, with all their defects and vulnerabilities. And so I really relate with the words as a person. It also melodically sounds beautiful in the French. I have this interaction with all the dancers, giving them the balloons, you know, that are representative of taking a chance. It makes it, I don't know, I feel a strong connection with the dancer. They're very supportive, and it's nice, it's comfortable, because it feels like they're really supporting the music and the singing. And yesterday, the rehearsal was tremendous. Everyone has such pure voices. It feels like the Olympic of voices from the heart. I love everyone's dedication and personal involvement. It's everyone cares very much.
My name is Mark Janicello, and I am playing the opera singer in Loving the Silent Tears. It's been one of the most amazing experiences of my career. I've been singing since I'm 4 years old. I've sung all over the world. I've toured Europe and Asia and Africa and all over North America, and this has been a joyous and easygoing experience in a manner of which I've never experienced. And I've done more than 5,000 stage performances in my career. Yeah. Dawn did a brilliant musicalization of Supreme Master Ching Hai's lyrics or poetry for my song, and I can't wait to sing it.
If you see a 70 or 80-year-old man with dancing eyes and bubbling youth,
you need his energy and you need to send it to her so that by that time you are free, because you've learned, before you're just a puppet, but towards the end, it's like Pinocchio, you become a man. You know what I mean?
I love working with Vince and with Bonnie. If I could do every show with them for the rest of my life, I'd be very, very happy.
I think you should start at the bottom. Da, 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 right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was me.
I love it. I love it.
It's beautiful.
That was the old version.
It's very touching.
I was 15 years old when I won the Tony Award for Billy Elliot. It was unbelievable. It was amazing because it was my Broadway debut. I'm really happy to be able to do this one too.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's been amazing working with director Vincent Patterson and Bonnie Story, the choreographer. I was actually watching today the dance scenes and everything, and I was amazed at what she produced, what she did with all the dancers. So it's great to be working with them both. Not only singing, but dancing as well.
been awesome to come to work and have amazing food waiting for me every day.
It's definitely helped with my energy level. Like I said, coming back from lunch, going into rehearsal, I'm definitely more energetic. My attention span, my muscles are firing quickly. It's definitely having a positive effect on my body.
I feel healthy without even have to worry about it. And it's all kind of like really snuck in. Like yesterday we had hamburgers, today we had cheesecake. That's all vegan. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's great for my diet.
I actually became vegan, first because of the way it made me feel. It made me feel more just awake and connected with everything. And then on top of that, I became Buddhist that same year. And so that was the additional kind of layer in that, just kind of respect for all life in that sense.
I've been eating vegan and I'm doing fine.
And you're enjoying the food?
Yeah, I am.
I started eating one of the vegetarian meals, and it was one of the best things I've ever had.
Such a pleasure to eat this delicious food and try it, and it's very inspiring. You open and it's a new surprise every day.
It actually has been so great, and I am not a vegan, but after this experience, it's definitely something I'm wanting to consider.
Khi mà Hương có một cái quyết định là ăn thuần chay và có tu thiền, thì gần như là cái cuộc sống của Hương thay đổi. Hương mới phát hiện ra là trong mình có một cái lòng từ bi rất là lớn từ trước đến giờ mà tại sao mình không biết.
The horses or cows, they cry tears just like human. And it touches me to see animals' tears. It's like seeing tears from a child.
It's because of my love of animals, because I love them. I really don't want to see them sacrifice for what I need.
I believe that when we as individuals, we as a community, we as a nation, we as mankind are willing to take the responsibility for our individual actions, such as being a vegan and removing the suffering from animals, just as one example, then we will, as mankind, be on a greater and faster path to peace.
Winning the Grammy is the pinnacle. Every singer, that's what you dream of. And to be named Best New Artist was probably the best music night of my life. I feel very fortunate to have worked with and collaborated with so many great people like David Fincher, the songwriters that I've written with. And so it's a journey, of never settling and being satisfied and always trying to do better. And so to be a part of a production like this, Oscar winners, Emmy winners, Tony winners, Grammy winners, just a collective of wonderful people, all with a common purpose, that spiritual connection, and to put it out into the universe through the beautiful poetry of Supreme Master Ching Hai. It's going to be beautiful. I feel very connected to the words. Even I've heard songs that I'm not personally performing, I think are very beautiful. And I think that these messages in the poetry are things that people need to hear.
your first album, K1, you quickly rose to become one of the premier female Chinese pop stars. And you've won all the major music awards in Hong Kong and in mainland China, going from Best New Artist to Favorite Female Singer, multiple Favorite Singles of the Year, Album of the Year, and Best Female Singer, and the prestigious Media Award for Performer for winning the most awards in the 4 main awarding ceremonies. And we're so honored to have you in this new musical, Loving the Silent Tears. It's really wonderful that you're representing Asia as well as Hong Kong and China.
It's my honor.
I think it's a really good thing to do, like people from all around the world sharing love and sharing their talents to bring hope to somebody else. I just watched them doing the whole thing for the very first time in front of me. Wow, I try to hide my tears because it's so beautiful. I feel the connection between us.
It's just a different attack than everything else you've been doing so far. Walk, walk, walk. There's a whisper to the movement, you know? It's really like a whisper, and you try to disturb as little around you as possible.
When he tried to suggest, like, you just do this gesture, like you're wiping your tears. So the whole thing is like full of feelings. It's not like dance, it's a message. I'm wiping my tears in front of you, and please look at me, I have something to say. So, wow, the whole thing is beautiful.
Although we are from different countries and we have our own cultures and religions, but actually our lives are connected to one another in all of the ways. So it's a very good example of how we working together so harmoniously, and as an example to show the world, actually we all can live a harmonious life together.
Hey everyone, this is Brian Ju, formerly from the K-pop group Fly to the Sky. In '99, we released our first single, and our single actually won Best New R&B Single. We won the Best New R&B Group award at the end of the year, of course, on a channel called KMTV. Well, when I first started off as a solo artist, the first single I came out with as a solo artist from my first album went #1. It was just mind-blowing from the start.
3 and bound beat. When thou appear, go.
It's a spirituality in it, in the actual songs themselves. They really have a strong emotional vibe to it. So that's why when I get to sing the songs, it's not one of those things when you look at the lyrics and like, I gotta memorize it. It's just something that vocally can easily just come out of you because you're actually singing about a spiritual, situation, about something that someone can go through every day in their everyday lives, the hardships, pains and sorrows. And I guess that's what makes the musical that much easier for all the cast members to learn the songs and the choreography. I'm literally going to work like, let's go to work, let's do it, because it's so much fun.
It's a new love, a total new love. When it's through love, I hope it's you, love.
When I read the words, like saw them kind of physically in front of me in a page, it was just so beautiful, so moving, especially the third and the last verse. So like very humbling, and it was just almost like, offering ourselves up to the divine. It was just amazing, and it was very much like the experience that I think that artists have when they perform. It's kind of, you just kind of offer yourself up. And so I thought the song Singing Praise was just a beautiful kind of like little microcosm of what we're actually going to be doing for the show.
It would be my great honor to be just a swallow standing on the shore.
tôi là Hồ Quỳnh Hương, là một ca sĩ của Việt Nam. Có lẽ là khi Hương hát bài hát này thì Hương mong rằng là cái phần hồn thật là cao đẹp ở trong con người của Hương nó cũng được đánh thức một cách mạnh mẽ nhất. Hương thường xem rất là nhiều những cái buổi hòa nhạc hay là những cái vở nhạc kịch của thế giới. Năm vừa rồi Hương có được qua Mỹ và coi một chương trình nhạc kịch, đó là nhạc kịch Chân Tình. Thì Hương thật sự là bất ngờ bởi tất cả những người nghệ sĩ nổi tiếng về nhạc Broadway tập trung vào đó và họ đã làm nên một điều kỳ diệu. Hương rất là ngỡ ngàng là tại sao ở tại nước Mỹ là một cái nơi có một cái nền âm nhạc, một nền nghệ thuật nhất thế giới thì lại có một cái vở nhạc kịch thấp thoáng trong đó là con người Việt Nam, áo dài Việt Nam, đất nước Việt Nam. Hương cảm thấy tự hào vô cùng và lúc đó thì khi Hương xem thì Hương đã luôn nghĩ là một vở nhạc kịch thật tuyệt vời mà rất là gần với Hương là một người Việt Nam. Giá như mà mình có cái cơ hội nào đó đứng ở trên sân khấu đó một chút thôi với những nghệ sĩ vĩ đại như vậy thì thật là một cái sự mãn nguyện đối với một người nghệ sĩ Việt Nam như Hương. Có lẽ là cái lời cầu nguyện của Hương nó thành hiện thực. Phải nói rằng là rất là vô cùng cảm ơn sự may mắn cũng như là sự an bài, sự sắp xếp của Thượng Đế đã cho Hương đạt được cái ước nguyện này. Hương cầm cái bản nhạc này về thì tất cả ekip không hiểu tại sao mà khi nghe mọi người đều xúc động mà đều muốn rớt nước mắt hết, giống như là mình cảm nhận được một cái điều gì đó mà ngài Thanh Hải muốn truyền tải và cái người nhạc sĩ nổi tiếng ở bên này muốn truyền tải. Hương còn cảm nhận như đây như là một thế giới thu nhỏ, bởi vì tất cả những cái tiếng nói, những cái văn hóa của cả thế giới được tập hợp tại đây và Hương cảm thấy nó như là một tiếng nói của sự hòa bình, của một tình thương mà chưa bao giờ Hương được biết. Và đây là cái điều có lẽ là một điều hiếm hoi vô cùng ở trong một chương trình nghệ thuật. Hương hàng ngày Hương phải cầu nguyện và Hương hàng ngày Hương phải tập luyện để làm sao mà Hương nói được thật là rõ nét nhất những cái điều mà trong cái thi phẩm này mà có thể nói là thi sĩ Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư muốn gửi gắm tới cho thế giới, cho loài người, cho muôn loài. Trời, Hương cảm thấy là mình đang có một cái trách nhiệm có quá lớn hơn so với lại Hương không? Thật sự Hương đang rất là lo lắng.
Tìm nơi đâu thanh vắng, nơi đâu tĩnh lặng, nơi đắc đạo, nơi đắc đạo.
Hương tin chắc rằng ngay trong cái không gian của nhạc kịch đó thôi, bước vào trong đó thôi, thì bao nhiêu những cái ưu phiền, những cái chịu nặng của cuộc sống nó sẽ được bỏ ở phía ngoài.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then.
I loved doing Cats on Broadway, playing Grisabella. It was a wonderful gift to get to sing Memory. I think Memory is one of the, finest theater standards written in probably 3 decades. In fact, it's fun being here in LA because that's where I did Anastasia. I did some of Swan Princess here. It's just nice to be a part of something that lives on. And Anastasia, it's funny because a lot of people know me from that. And when I go visit my son who's in college now, it's like, that's Anastasia.
And of course, we're going to ask you if you could sing us just a little bit of the Journey to the Past.
You're tough. Journey to the Past?
Yeah.
Heart, don't fail me now. Courage, don't desert me. Don't turn back now that we're here.
Elbows, hop, hop.
I'm impressed about many things. It's a huge production. The pedigree of talent, everyone coming together in the spirit of community and this message. The poetry is beautiful. David Shire who has written the song that I'm singing for Loving the Silent Tears. I'm thrilled to be doing something of his because I adore him and he's an incredible composer. He's really captured the essence, I think, of Australia. The music is very joyful and it's very uplifting and exciting. The dancers are going to be doing freeform things behind me.
Magician of the greatest
I performed with great musicians, with Herbie Hancock, and also with Patti LaBelle, you know, the diva Patti LaBelle, and with Andrea Bocelli. I recorded a song and we performed it together, which was written by the president of Israel, Shimon Peres, and I had the honor to compose this song. So this moment was very powerful for me.
You spontaneously invited US President Bill Clinton to sing with you a peace song with a choir of 80 Arab and Jewish children. You also sang We Are the World for the presidents, Mikhail Gorbachev and Horst Köhler, in a concert in Berlin. And you also sang for the Pope and for the Dalai Lama. What is the message you'd like to send to world leaders?
Since I came from Israel and as a child I experienced the conflict, it's really important for me to send a message that the young generation, all they really want is to live in a peaceful world.
Persian music has a lot of beautiful scales which are kind of unknown to the West. They're coming slowly crossing over, and together I think English and all those Persian scales could make it, just like Beatles did with sitar and, you know, with different artists, different genres, and it was beautiful. Yeah, that's always, for me, it's my favorite.
Loving the Silent Tears has been an incredible blessing. This is really a culmination of hopes and dreams and things that I've felt and thought about and sort of wished for since I was very young.
This song in particular, I believe my vision on it is when you think about the Supreme Being, God, that is in everybody's heart, it really goes beyond anything else. I know we love our children, our wives, and our family, our friends, and everything, but there is a power above all this that makes this all happen. All we have to do is seek in our heart, and we will find it. And I think this is a great song, great lyrics. Loving the silent tears for you, more than the diamonds of the world. A king of all the wishful feeling just. Oh, do I really have any choice? Any choice?
We are all connected in one. I kind of think of each of us being one cell in sort of a larger body. So when we hurt each other, we hurt ourselves inevitably. And I think that's where compassion and empathy and all that come into play. And this is a show promoting those ideals, promoting seeing the humanity in everyone.
We are only sharing this one world together, so we should be able to live together in peace and harmony.
My hope is that when people leave the Shrine Auditorium the night of the concert, they will take some of it with them. They will take this message with them.
It's amazing to sing with a live orchestra. It's the best. So today is the first time we hear everyone together, and it's really a lot of fun.
They are amazing musicians, and I think we have chemistry here between the singing talents and the orchestra. And of course, Doug's performance of dancing a beat while he conducting was really good.
Everyone wants to dance and really enjoy the music.
I'm Tom Weir, owner of Studio City Sound. I'm a Grammy-winning mixer. I'm an engineer-producer. Recently recording at the Studio City Sound has been Rod Stewart, Kelly Clarkson, Eric Bonet, mixed Toots and the Maytals, Go-Go's, No Doubt, Keith Richards, Neil Peart, Josh Freese. We hosted a recording session today for Loving the Sound and Tears, a fantastic new musical. It sounds like it'll be a great show.
Here we go. Let's try it. Let's start with that. We're close. We're getting closer. For recording. Very, very nice. One more time.
I am the mouthpiece of the entire creation, voicing openly their sorrows and pains.
Stop. Excellent. Everybody's smiling. All right, so I'm going to keep that one and then punch in.
Come to fetch you. You have more, please give me a call.
Let's get another one. Now you know where it is.
Come to fetch you. You have more, please give me a call.
I love that.
A guru, a Maharaj.
That second one was brilliant. Let's move to the next song. 1, 2, 3.
Your blessing pours forth to all and sundry.
That was spectacular. That was wonderful. Can we do that in one breath? All right, that's a good one. Moving on. I just want the essence of your voice. Even better, even better. Right on pitch. That was gorgeous. Wow, that was fun. That was great.
In my career, I've been very lucky to work on shows like Babylon 5 and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Broadway with Peter Pan. But you know, Loving the Silent Tears is a unique challenge because the energy of the show is it's a one-time event. This is a 30-foot high portal that's going to be sort of painted in a very kind of ombre way. And then this is our train car, and these are these beautiful gauze drapes that are going back to a projection screen in the back. And the train can move on or off. It can come from off to on. And then when we need to reverse the train, when it goes off stage, we can turn it around the other direction. So these are just some of the tricks that we're planning. But I think it's going to be a beautiful set, a magical space. Vincent has taken the idea with the writers of a journey on a train, and it's a kind of journey that is of the imagination and of a spiritual level. So what we've done is I've come up with a beautiful curvilinear set that things can glide on and glide off. We have a train car. Then also distilling down different cultures and ideas into something graphic. For example, our Chinese section will have big red lanterns and things that are sort of emotionally tied to these different cultures. And each one's a little bit different, which is exciting. It's always a surprise.
let's roll back to the content and the creative process. You have to keep that background way away so we don't have a lot of bounce. Incidental, we've got to bounce the foreground. So you can have 160-foot candles downstage and still blast that. It's going to blow through, but and in a minute we're going to do a cross light on the scrim as it flies in. We'll get some high angle. My idea of projections is to take it and stretch it and use it as graphics and as unreal as possible and more theatrical. We have to make the storyboard. We have to figure out what we need when. Okay, let's try some of those. The whole projection could be the board.
Exactly.
And you just see all the cities.
Oh, that's
all
cool.
flipping. You know, the windows are back here flashing by, and they're using the entire horizon. The balloon could be a real one downstage and virtual ones upstage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and they could fly. You know, we can do all kinds of fun things. Elemental is better because we can manipulate it and use it and flip and tumble it. Strong, high contrast image. So we can get really, and the closer you are to the light, the bigger your shadow is, the bigger it looks, the further away and so on. Then we switch back. Take this and we'll double and triple and make a big scene, you know.
My name is Cricket Myers. I am the sound designer for Loving the Silent Tears, and I work as a sound designer in and around Los Angeles and all over the country. In 2011, I did my first show on Broadway. It was nominated for a Tony nomination. It was directed by Moises Kaufman and starred Robin Williams. My role on Loving the Silent Tears was working with Vincent first, talking with him about the sound effects and the different environments he wanted to create, most specifically the train. John's train was really intricate and unique. So I had a lot of different whistles. Some are a little different in sound, some of them are different in length, some of them sound a little further away. Just kind of playing around to see what would give us the best sound in the shrine and fit best with the scenery. Also, in the second half, they are kind of kicked off the train and the train leaves without them. And at that point, we became really interested in the sound of the world that they were living in. Was it night? Was it day? Was it spooky or scary? Did it make them uncomfortable? So we had the sounds of crickets in the field.
The inner master.
They frequently have actors come up to me and say that they really love having the sound there, that it helps them feel the environment, it helps them feel the tension or the emotion that's there in the scene. Also, talking with Vincent about what the stage would look like and where the dancers would be, where the singers would be, so that we made sure we had the monitor coverage for them.
This is Cricket Myers. She is our sound.
Also working with Doug to get what the music sounded like in the room and the layout of the orchestra, how we were going to fit that many people in a tiny little pit. There were a lot of really unique things about Loving the Silent Tears. First, the shrine has 6,000 seats, approximately. The fact that we were doing a performance for camera as well as for a live audience. So they really wanted to have the really clean sound and a really nice sound both in the house and for the truck. We chose some of the smallest microphones on the market so that they would keep a really low profile. We colored all the microphones to match their skin. There were just a lot of microphones. Shows averaged between 4 and 12. 15 is considered large, and on this one we were almost at 30. The vocal styles of each of the singers were very different too. The African was very heavy on the drums, and then we went to Ireland, which was this delicate harp. Some of them had huge dynamic ranges, which is beautiful. But it presents a challenge for the engineer who wants to make sure that when they get very quiet, they're still heard over the orchestra. When they get really loud, they don't become overwhelming for the audience. In a normal show, they tend to be much more unified. Whereas here, every song was completely unique and completely different mix for the engineer. So it was a wonderful challenge. It was a great team of people and a lot of support.
When I get in costume, I feel I'm a different me. I feel more like a character, in the costume,
You get your costume on, you know it's the real deal. It gives you that extra bit of adrenaline.
But I don't want this to be dark. I want that to be filled with color. Because I thought if the Sufis are in white, if these girls are all in color, then we can get like, this is all color, this is all white. The three leads are in something a little bit more colorful.
Costume trying day. I have tried my costume and my headpiece and wigs, so I have a little props for my interview also. It's a really nice costume, it's great. And my headpiece is like 2 times bigger than my head. But I thank them because I think it helps amplify the message.
And maybe her headpiece is a little bit more extravagant or something. The lead person has a costume that stands out a little bit more. This is what we've been thinking, that this is more butterfly feel because that's what it kind of looks like.
I say whatever makes it more legit for each country, and if that is to make them more beautiful.
Hương thật là vui là Hương được mặc một bộ áo dài. Không những thế mà Hương còn được mang khăn đóng này kia, dạ.
Dễ thương không?
Mọi người ngồi làm chi tiết từng chút một nữa cho Hương.
can throw some curls in it, or we can do like... We actually worked on the Emmys with Jimmy Kimmel, and we worked with Nick Offerman as well as David Koechner. And then we just came back from shooting Chavez, which is a biopic on Cesar Chavez with Michael Pena, America Ferrera, Rosario Dawson, and John Malkovich. This show is so unique. At this point, I think we've got 110 wigs in this show, which is, I think we came in with the idea that it was going to be 60 wigs. And now it just kept growing and kept growing and kept growing, and now we're at 110. We have only like one and a half months. I'm pretty sure that's a record. I absolutely love working with multicultural productions because you get the opportunity to do the historical research that goes with it. So we're doing all of these traditional costumes, which means, of course, that we have to do traditional makeup and hair along with that. That it's such a challenge but joy to have to go through and create something very traditional, but then amp it up a notch and make it big enough to fit in with the rest of the production. So it's so much fun to get to style all that kind of stuff. Costumes and wigs work very close together. It's figuring out the general look and how to match the colors, and some of these headpieces are heavy, you know, so we had to make it work so that they could dance and do all these beautiful spins and tricks without affecting them. So eventually, when we get to the actual production, it'll be backstage between every single number. They run off stage, they rip off their wig, they'll put on a new costume, they'll put on a new wig, we'll make sure they look pretty, and then we'll send them right back out. These quick changes are happening in a span of like 60 seconds, which is crazy to do 18 people in 60 seconds. So we started kind of with a base for a wig, and we're then able to tweak, cut, color, style, all those things to make them work for the different countries. So this wig here is actually for France and Cuba. For France, we wanted to have something that would look glamorous but kind of effortless was the goal with France, because the number has a lot of balloons and it's just very kind of whimsical, and it's the beginning of the show. So we're doing, this is kind of a trick of the trade. We're gonna do a side ponytail, and then we'll clip it up for France. So they've got like a nice little can-can dancing poof, I suppose. And then for Cuba, it's the Jansicada number. And we've got this flower that we'll put in because it ties in with the rest of their costume. And we'll put it here and secure it, so they've got some good Latin hair flair going on at the same time. Kay's is very similar to the ensembles, but Kay's is so much grander, especially when you put her costume on top of that. She just pops right in front of those dancers. So it's a way to make them kind of live in harmony, I guess, is the best way to put it, where you want your principal to stand out, but you want your ensemble to support them in their style. Kay had no idea what she was getting into with this wig. This wig it's over here. That's a lot of weight on a person's neck. So Kay and I worked trying to figure out the best way to make this sit on her head. The US has the more modern look of the show. So we went with these really fun, synthetic, bright colored wigs to give it that kind of pop. And it actually worked out really well, because when they did their movements, it kind of swayed in the right exact way. For Ireland, we went with the Irish step dancers look. It's very bouncy. Yeah. Irish step dancing is so bouncy that we wanted to make sure we had something with that kind of curl so that it could accentuate the movement. Like, I can even just bounce this, and you can see that it moves better than something straighter would. There's a whole lot of thought that has to go into wigs, from costumes to lights to sets, the choreography. You couldn't do something. We had to kind of contain the Irish wig in the back, so that it wouldn't, they're dancing so much and it was just gonna hit them in the face if we had it styled the way we had originally wanted to style it. For Katie McMahon's wig, she has this huge, ginormous, beautiful red wig that kind of cascades down one side, but we had to figure out which way she was gonna stand with her harp, because we didn't want the hair to get in the way of the harp, and she's got this big collar on her dress, so there's a lot of thought that goes into it. Australia was the coolest because it's all shadow. So this wig is something that you wouldn't necessarily put in front of the curtain. If you can kind of see, it's a weird, unique texture. However, it had the right amount of volume. That crimped synthetic thing gives it so much more poof, so that when we did these little braids, it bounced and creates the shadow that we want. That one was really fun to do. This wig is for Russia. To keep all the countries different, you know, hairstyle helps do that a lot. So we were like, oh, we should do blonde. We should make this something that'll stand out, that'll bounce really well. We knew it was gonna stay out of their face because of the hat situation, but it has just enough to, like, when they're spinning, move and fling with them and bounce. This is Heather's headpiece. She's our principal for Korea. But then, like, this is heavy. This wig itself weighs probably 10, 15 pounds. It's so heavy. You have to balance it right in the right spot of her head because otherwise it'll slip back or slip forward. We've been working on a solution, and what we've come up with is a way to weave her hair behind it so that it helps push it forward and also keep her balanced.
Standing on one bed, life after love.
Generally, I have 3 months to get ready for a show. And that's a show that maybe has 5 wigs in it. This was 110 wigs in like a month and a half, which is crazy. So he built these wonderful racks specifically for this show so that we could move all of these wigs easily and get them to go where we need. A wonderful kind of invention. They were custom made for Loving the Silent-Tears. These are custom Loving the Silent-Tears wig racks. Which now I'm gonna custom make for any show that I have that has this many wigs because they just made life so much easier. And so now everyone wants one. We started a trend here at Loving the Silent-Tears. This is exciting. We've kind of finalized all of the designs, and we are getting ready to see what they look like on the big stage.
the other way, you might want to pull it. They're loading up 500 pounds. So I can slip those pieces off the floor and make them fly. Go up! Hold that thing right there. Hold that!
amazing space. Just really cool.
It's nice, it feels good, it's beautiful. The space is really beautiful. It's nice to fly in here.
He said maybe coming forward into the aisles. We're really strong believers in the power of art to present a message that people can all understand and to basically make them feel the message, not just tell it to them.
I've toured with a lot of shows, and the venues are usually not as massive as this.
It's an amazing experience to be a part of this show, to be a part of such a grand vision.
Ariel, let's go.
We've decided we don't want to sing or act anymore. We want to fly. Is that okay?
Shines up against the wall here. Also have Chris looking to maximize a couple more inches here.
All right. You really need everybody's focus. You three to this side of the stage. I'm going to have
and like singing to each other and stuff like that. We're all part of this. So let's go back to the beginning.
Okay, we're gonna try the music. All right, one more time.
like that. That's cool. Good.
Let's go behind the line.
Start the circle right away.
Right now it's 50. You need to make that height 36.
Loving the silent tears. Tears for you.
Hi, I'm Christoph St. John. I play Neil Winters on The Young and the Restless, and I'm also a traveler of life and a journeyman, and have been. What a great event the Real Love musical was last year. So well done, so well produced. The singers were incredible, the dancing was, but more importantly, the story, this search that this young lady was on in India, and it just struck a chord within me because I had been to India. And I knew that it was about Supreme Master's life, and it was all worth it. It really was. And this time, I'm not just going to be sitting in a chair in the audience. The overall production values, I know, are even higher than last year, which means that this could be mounted on Broadway if it needed to be. So I'm excited. I really am.
I'm excited. I think it's a great thing when you can get involved with something that has to do with animal love. They specifically asked if I was a vegetarian because the whole organization is animal lovers, and I am, so it worked out great. I get to be on the special side of it. I get to MC the event, and I was honored in that they are so passionate about animals and being vegetarians, and I was like, I'm your girl. I love animals, and I almost admire them more than humans sometimes, so I was so happy to be a part of it.
Could you tell us why you became a vegetarian?
You know, it was 8 years ago, and it was something that I had always struggled with spiritually. It was something I always wanted wanted to try. And one day, I actually went to an event for the Amanda Foundation that I supported at the time, and Bill Maher, coincidentally, was the speaker. And what he said to me that night, I walked away and said, I'm doing it. And from that night on, it was done. And it was really not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. And I was able to feel really good about myself and for my reasonings for wanting to do it.
Hi, I'm Susie Castillo, former Miss USA and actress and television host. When I won the Miss USA pageant, and then furthermore when I went on to work at MTV, there were moments when the audience members who, like I said, they were young, kids, they would shout like, Susie, I love you. And I was like, I love you too, And I just thought that's really phenomenal that these kids feel such a connection to me because they watch me on TV every day. And I saw an opportunity at that point to use my visibility, to use that in a positive way. October 27th is my birthday, and I can't think of a better way to spend my birthday than by attending an event that's promoting peace to everyone, for everyone, and promoting veganism, and I think it's such an important message, and to celebrate Supreme Master and her fantastic poetry, and I think it's going to be such a fantastic and incredibly inspiring evening.
How are you? Nice to be here today. Thank you for having us. I'm just excited to be here. I'm very honored that I've been chosen to come and represent and be a part of this extraordinary event and celebrating the 19th anniversary of Supreme Master Ching Hai Day. It's amazing. All these beautiful countries and continents, a true representation of world peace and all beings being one, together as one, living in peace and harmony. It's a beautiful thing. Lovely. And I'm a vegetarian.
Yes, I am.
27 years.
27 years?
Yes.
That's amazing. Congrats. That's fantastic.
And you?
Not that long. I've been, I guess I'm going to say like 2 years.
Oh,
now.
wow.
Yeah.
So you're new to this?
Fairly new, yeah.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank
it's
you
fantastic.
for joining us.
I love it.
Welcome
I love
to
the club.
Family. Welcome to the family.
More
and not just for us, but that's what the whole thing about being a vegetarian is about, right? It's
absolutely
peace and love to all beings on this planet.
Yeah.
All those beings that have no idea about any of this other stuff, they're just living harmoniously already.
Yes.
Our job not to interfere with that. George Akiris.
I played in White Christmas, which was a movie with Vera Ellen, Ben Crosby, Danny Kaye, and Rosemary Clooney. The other one was dancing behind Marilyn Monroe in an incredible number, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. I made a couple of movies with Yul Brynner. I worked with Charlton Heston, with Lana Turner as well, and Catherine Deneuve. I made a movie with Catherine, and then West Side Story. It is an amazing movie because the men behind it were all absolutely the best in their given field. First of all, to see a musical evening, that in itself is a treat. So, but seeing also the inspiration for this particular evening, I think is kind of awesome. I really look forward to it because it sounds beautifully inspired.
Christophe St. John. I'm backstage, and this is the wildest, the coolest, the most exaggerated day of production because today is the day. It's gonna go down from the red carpet to the stage. We're just gonna enjoy it. We're gonna celebrate a today that's auspicious.
I can't believe it's here. Adrenaline will kick in probably like an hour.
My mom flew from Utah to come see me.
We've worked so hard this last month and it's come together really quickly.
We're ready for the show. So ready.
10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes. There's a lot of people.
There's so many people outside right now.
A little nervous, but I use that, and it's good, it's good.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's finally here, so I can't wait to go on stage and perform with all these beautiful singers.
I feel very excited. It's going to be a great show.
Excited, nervous, overwhelmed.
There's so many people out there.
My name is Patrick.
Patrick and I'm from New York City. I came because I'm a pretty big fan of Jodie Watley, so I'm just excited.
Never really been to a show of this type.
저는 뉴저지에서 왔습니다. 저희 아들 브라이언이 이 뮤지컬에 참여하기 때문에 아들을 보러 겸사겸사 이렇게 날아왔습니다.
It seemed magical and beautiful and spiritual and just amazing. Looking forward to a good show.
We didn't have time. I'm very proud to be here, you know, at an event that's promoting peace and love on the planet. I mean, you can never have enough of those things.
I hope it starts soon.
Stand by.
I'm excited. Let's get this thing going.
Well, it's supposed to be energy.
Just rock and roll and do it.
Feeling good, getting pumped. Have a good show.
In Hebrew, we say be'etzlacha.
I'm ready.
So ready. So ready. Born ready. Ready to go.
See you out there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Loving the Silent Tears.
All right, guys, ready one for move in to the orchestra. It's going to be dissolved. Ready one for your move. 7, start your move. I need 9 and 10 to give me.
Hi, excuse me. Enjoy, baby. Have a great show.
Thanks, man. You too, buddy.
All right, stand by. Go.
Slowly, buy me time. People coming in, stage left and right, far side. Ready 6 and 6. Ready 2 and 2.
Jody sings first.
Stay with the 2 shot. Ready 5. 5. I need 9 and 10 to give me. Ready 2. 13. 13. Win. Ready 6. 6. Ready 5. 5. Ready 1 for your move. Ready 6. 6.
Finished the first song. So excited now. I love the whole thing. Everybody is so gorgeous.
I have new balloons. They're amazing. The audience was so ready. I felt there was such momentum. Like I was able to open the party, which is what my song does in the show.
Okay, now the dancers are good and it's all beautiful. Well put together. I enjoy it very much.
Junior. It's Brian. Yeah.
Junior.
Brian.
Hello, hello. Trying not to drop my hair.
Like once I got out there and I saw the crowd, like the energy just went up like 5 notches.
Oh yeah, the crowd is so great.
Oh, it was really fun. I'm really excited.
So we're here with the wonderful Debbie, and
Hi.
she is going to go on stage, I guess.
I am.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sweating. It's tough work, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
It was good. Everyone did great.
While I am performing, we all connected through the poem, through the dance, through the love in the air. This is the best. Oh, I just love the audience. They are like so supportive, and I think they really like this song. Oh, I'm tearing. Sorry. Thank you so much. I want to take a beautiful, beautiful picture of my costume.
Beautiful.
Having a photo shoot.
Turn your head to me. Wait that. You can't wait that. Yeah, straight. Beautiful. Yeah, fantastic. Last one.
Are you getting carried away?
Amazing. First act went so smooth. We're ready to go. Second act's coming up. Let's do it.
Are you pumped up?
So pumped.
How are you doing, Junior?
Good. A little hot, but amazing.
The moment of truth.
And I'm tired of being cross. And I haven't partied in 30 years.
It's always great to work with great people and a great production and a lot of talent. I mean, also a lot of people that care.
How was it with John? Huh?
That was good. If you breathe heavy, you know it's good.
He's unbelievable and he made this number so beautiful. Couldn't do it without him.
I had a match with Stinking Talent. That's what it was, yeah.
It happens naturally. The three of us sort of sink into each other's mind space and just sort of cohesively create the song together. It was a lot of fun.
Exactly where is this train headed?
Home and beyond.
Hi guys. Hey, awesome.
So good. I love it. I'm having the time of my life.
And I'm really happy that she's part of this. I'm happy she's in my life.
Thank you so much. You're the best director.
How was that, John? I thought this universe, you're absolutely wonderful.
It's really fun.
Thrilling. Peace and love, go veggie. Yeah.
This is a whole new level of fun.
It's so emotional.
I'll never forget it. It was unbelievable.
It was the most incredible experience.
It's wonderful. Couldn't be better. So fantastic. I love the show.
Is always about something spiritual. You experience something. I hope that when you leave the theater, something inside of you, some DNA has altered a little bit so that maybe when you step outside of the theater door, you can create some positive fragment of energy that would act as a ripple effect and kind of pass that on throughout the world.
Hương tin rằng mỗi người sẽ có sự thay đổi rất nhiều trong cái tâm hồn của họ. Cái tình thương của họ sẽ được tỉnh thức. Biết đâu họ sẽ nhận ra rằng mình không phải là một con người nhỏ bé mà mình thật lớn lao, nhưng mình sẽ đi tìm cái sự lớn lao đó. Tìm bằng cách nào? Và chắc chắn là Thượng Đế sẽ chỉ cho họ, sẽ đưa họ tới một cái cách để tìm ra cái con người thật sự của họ.
It's been a very special experience. Generosity and love from everyone in the organization. It's been a true joy to be here. That I'm going to miss everyone.
It's been just a thrill from day one, and you come to work every day with a smile on your face, and you can't wait to go to work.
There was such an amazing feeling of just warmth. There was an understanding that we are all coming together for a celebration, to celebrate, the writings of Supreme Master Ching Hai, and it was such an amazing, different kind of experience than anything I've ever kind of experienced before.
I've been doing this for a very long time, and this is about the nicest group of people I've ever worked with in my entire life. It's been nothing but joyful and full of love.
Everybody is there to take care of each other, love each other, support each other, and I feel like I'm going to go back to Korea with this great feeling of support, with this bond I made.
I met wonderful people, and it changed my life in so many ways.
This musical probably will leave a profound message in everybody that has the opportunity to see it.
This is what we leave behind. We leave behind the love, the good deeds, the art, the joy of music, the joy of song, the joy of dance, the joy of poetry. It goes beyond mere speaking.
Hi, I'm Christophe St. John, and I'm here to tell you, be vegan, make peace, love, not war. Give back, don't take, and hug your fellow man.
To all involved in this musical event, last is your dedication to make this world a more enjoyable place, cheering up the mass and giving thanks to heaven and earth in this way. Love you.
I walked through. Amazing.
It looks gorgeous. The jewelry was beautiful. I was very attracted to that.
It's just all like such beautiful work. It's amazing. Yeah, everything's so beautiful here.
Absolutely wonderful. It's like fantasy land. It's beautiful. We appreciate it.
It's very inspiring to see art at its finest together in one place.
She loved the dresses. I loved, there was a painting that was fabulous.
It's dazzling. It's so astounding to see all these wonderful exhibits of art. I just think it's adorable.
It's been a great adventure. We're walking around, browsing, and checking out all the different exhibits. It's really nice.
Yeah,
Good experience.
It's just interesting to walk around and just see all the amazing art that's here.
Everything is so beautiful. Oh my God.
The jewelry, just how she took her time and designed all that wonderful jewelry. It was really amazing.
It's really amazing. I love to have some of it. I was taking a picture of the windows over there with the little
With the lights in it.
The lights in it. Oh, I adore that. Oh my God, I like to have like 10 of them in my home. They're so beautiful. I better go find a brochure there because they are beautiful, and it seems like it just like give you a lift. You know, when you're in there, just like give you a lift. Say, oh my God, I feel so good right now.
What I'm really liking is just the tastefulness, how it's all presented. The paintings in the back wall, just the use of watercolors and how they're just popping off, the paper. It's just very easy and very tranquil. Everything's very tranquil here. You're like,
My background is in musical theater and in art, and I have an appreciation, of course, for anything along those lines, and the poetry, just beautifully presented, just beautiful.
I found this wonderful book here. Forgive yourself and try again. We should do that more often, right?
Yeah.
This book really attracted me. It's the dogs in my life, and it's a Supreme Master and all of her dogs, and wonderful pictures of them together.
I've been walking around kind of like, I love fashion. And so some of these clothes that are shown here, of course I love the artwork too. The artwork is so interesting because some of it is like very old-fashioned, some of it's so modern, and it just looks so complicated to put it all together, and there's so many things here I want to reach out and touch, but I wouldn't dare, like the fans, and it's quite exquisite.
There's a lot to see. You have to go around there twice so you don't miss anything.
Amazing art pieces. Just gorgeous, beautiful things. I wasn't expecting to see all this here.
Very serene, and that's good. That's what we need in our lives.
We looked all around the expedition. It's a wonderful gallery. They got some nice statues over there, but most of all, pictures of Master Ching Hai.
Her art is wonderful.
Yes, the art is very spectacular. I really liked her photo over there where she's in like a stone temple.
One of the first
right
ones.
Over there yes.
And so you had a look at the fashion and the jewelry as well?
Yes, very beautiful.
So we like it all.
Yes.
Especially it doesn't come from animal skin.
Yes, amen to that,
coats,
sister.
I love them.
Yes.
So you guys are both vegan?
Yes, we are Christian vegans.
Oh yes, we're all brothers and sisters here.
Yes, amen. That's why we come to these events, because there's truth, and it's practiced even through the art as well as the plays and everything else. That's why we come. Everything she has, we are there because she preaches the truth.
Yeah,
yes.
I love them.
Yes, she
Her
has
words,
all.
her
She has
words are-
all their books.
I had a little stroll around, and it's just beautiful. The detail and just everything. The artwork, but also the way it's been presented here tonight. The diversity of which, the jewelry and clothing and artwork, it's just beautiful and elegantly displayed. It's a class act. Everything, this organization, Supreme Master, is a class act.
We're all here putting our attention on something greater than ourselves with Supreme Master Ching Hai. I saw her art for the first time in person, and her jewelry and her clothes, and I just felt her presence, and I was moved to tears because I understand, because I have a master. So, and my master is not in the body anymore, and so I feel very much drawn to her, and I understand her and the work she's doing, and I am just eternally grateful. And I have the book to read her words. I read some of them inside, and even if we hum the songs, it's the feeling behind it, and her words are beautiful. I think the words are printed in the exhibition, and I read them all. So I could feel from her words, and I could feel the same way I feel about my master, There's only one anyway. There's only one. And again, I'm just so happy she's here. What a being, what a blessing for all of us.
Thank you.
Oh, that would have been nice. And 3. And here we go. One more.
There you go.
Thank you so much for your work. Thank you.
We are here in Los Angeles
for the celebration of the 19th anniversary of Supreme Master Ching Hai Day.
To honor her humanitarian works and advocacy of peace.
What a wonderful day for Supreme Master Ching Hai.
This is an auspicious occasion. I'm so happy that we'll be able to celebrate this with her.
I know a lot of people are celebrating all over the world.
Bravo. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Wishing you a happy
Supreme Master Ching Hai Day.
Happy Supreme Master Ching Hai Day.
Hello, Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Congratulations
on this wonderful achievement.
Congratulations.
Felicidades.
Happy 19th anniversary.
May there be 19 more and 19 more.
And I'm sure you will have an eternity of many more years.
And I celebrate the 19th anniversary of
Supreme Master
Ching Hai Day.
Let's party!
Is that amazing or what? Peace and love for all creatures.
What a show!
Beautiful, look at that.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, she's an amazing woman. I was able to watch some of her speeches and just her essence. She brings such joy to the world.
A saintly lady, someone who has been gifted with things that we haven't been gifted with.
The number one thing that hit me more than anything is her willingness to give. I look at the things that she has accomplished and the things that she's willing to put her time and money and efforts in.
She seems to have truly embraced that philosophy and live it with every breath.
A revolutionary woman, incredibly in tune and in touch with sort of the fiber that connects everyone.
She sets such an example that is hard to live up to.
She teaches about love, and she teaches about peace.
She's so influential in a positive way to millions of people.
A great spirit. She's like a heroine, a loving spirit that cares about humanity, the universe, nature, animals.
Cái điều này thì Hương kính trọng và Hương nghĩ là với tất cả những người nào biết được những cái việc mà Ngài làm thì đều phải nghiêng mình để kính trọng và cổ vũ cho những cái việc Ngài làm. Và Ngài chỉ là một người Ngài làm, nhưng từ đó sẽ dẫn theo cái hệ số là sẽ nhiều người nhìn vào cái tấm gương đó và sẽ làm theo nữa.
God blessed her deeply that she could reach so many people throughout the world.
To me, she's like a modern day Mother Teresa.
Someone that sacrifices so much of their own personal life.
Anybody that makes this cause of humanity and unselfishness has to be respected.
and cherished.
I think that's what makes this musical so much more beautiful tonight, to kind of represent just the simple honesty of her message and what she's always done for many, many years.
To help bring her words to life, to be a part of that, it's very special to me.
This is her poetry, her message, that can go around the world. It's not just one night, 6,000 people, but this is a world event.
When you read Supreme Master Ching Hai's poetry, you know immediately it is from Supreme Master Ching Hai. And Supreme Master Ching Hai's expression of her love for God, you can feel it. And that longing is so beautiful in all the poetry.
Master, we would like to know what inspired you to write the poetry anthology Silent Tears.
It's just the empathy to human struggle to achieve the impossible. We all go through this. Saints, sinners, mortal, all alike. If you want to seek your true self, this is a struggle like that. Even the non-practitioners, they also have moments of despair and a moment of need to turn inward, to pray to some power that they don't even know what, to pray to the God that maybe they not even believe. Always there's a struggle within the human's heart. So my poetry, The Silent Tears, is just the reflection of that. It must have been like 30 years since, something like that. It's in the 80s, huh? Wow. Yeah. At that time, I was just beginning my little mission, just beginning a little bit in Taiwan. So I'm just having a little more leisure time. So I tune in with all the humans, and then that's how the poetry came into manifestation into the book. I never thought that there would be a day when some of the greatest composers and some of the greatest artists would make them into a big world stage like America, such a Shrine Auditorium like that. It's not in a million years I would dream about it. Otherwise, maybe I would have polished it more, make it more beautiful somehow, more elegant or something. I just wrote it the way I felt. It just come out quick, and then that's how it is.
Master, could you please explain the meaning of the verse, Loving the Silent Tears, which the creative team chose to be the title of the musical?
I just wrote the way I felt. I just felt that way. Like when you're crying, you feel relieved, yeah? And crying relieves the longing emotion, the choking emotion of frustration, of not knowing God, of the so hard to find God, so hard to feel connected with God. So when you're crying, at least you feel elated, you feel unburdened, yeah? So the practitioner feels some comfort while struggling to achieve the impossible. I mean, the almost impossible, like the higher level of enlightenment. That's why I say love in the silent tears. Because at that time, you were so desperate to feel connection with God, to want to see the Master inside you, want to see your real self. Even if people offered you diamonds, you would not care. You would love to just sit there and thinking of the Master inside and crying, and thinking of Master, loving the Master, missing the Master, instead of looking at these worthless stones that they call diamond.
She's a remarkable poet, obviously an inner light.
There are certain lyrics there that even one of my songs that you have struggles, and who doesn't? So I think she's very honest.
I was amazed at how many different points of view Supreme Master Ching Hai used to approach the individual's relationship to God, to a supreme energy that you don't see very much in commercial theater. A selfless expression of a heart's desire to have a closer walk with God, a closer relationship to the universal energy.
The message of the poetry, it's so consistent throughout the piece, and the nuances of it are gorgeous.
A message of spirituality, love, and the humanity all together.
And it's not just about world peace, it's about inner peace.
It's someone coming to terms and being inspired to be a better person and to be a better human being in the world.
You don't have to be a certain kind of person to relate to these.
I just feel like I could learn a lot from the poetry as well.
It transcends any type of religious beliefs. It just deals with who we are as human beings.
If music and poetry can unite the world, and a number of the theories and beliefs from Supreme Master can unite the world, oh, what a better place we'd have.
When I first hear Master Ching Hai singing, it moves me because she sings with a lot of sentiments, but at the same time you feel very peaceful listening to her singing.
Hello Buddha, why do you cry? In your stone heart, how much desire?
Master, many people in the audience, they shed tears when they heard the song you composed, Talking to a Stone Buddha.
Yeah.
May we know how you came to write this beautiful song?
At that time, it was very difficult. I was thinking only a stone Buddha we can be able to bear all this and still love the world. So that's it, came from the heart. I wrote it with the tears, tears of a stone Buddha. I feel the world, they are just so much misguided, so much in darkness, you know. The tears just come out, feeling sorrow for the whole world. Maybe that's why people shed tears, because it's a real emotion, real experience, yes, real feeling.
Oh Buddha, oh Buddha, oh Buddha, oh Buddha.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, thank you so much for sharing these beautiful, inspirational words with all of us.
I'm humbled to have been able to have put music to your words in your poem.
Thank you, Supreme Master Ching Hai, for your beautiful poetry, your beautiful soul, and giving all the world so much of yourself. We all appreciate it.
It is amazing how much you've given and how much you give, and the positive message that you share, and not only share, but that you live. And what a great example that you are for all of us.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, I can only say thank you for the things that you have done for our society, Thank you for the message that you're putting into the universe of love, acceptance, and tolerance.
Keep on doing the wonderful work that you do.
I adore you. I love you. You're for peace. Love in action. Take care of the animals and be vegan. That's our belief.
And all of those 10,000 years and more that the earth is going to keep grooving on, may you always be around.
Please keep spreading the word and the message of love and peace.
I'm totally with you on that.
And enlightening people with a great message.
We really need it.
You are a blessing, and I hope to God and the universe and everything that exists that I can meet you one day.
I hope to meet you in person soon.
All my love and my blessing.
A big hug and lots of love.
Best wishes and great health and love to you.
I love you.
We missed you.
Love you.